Welcome to the channel Rare Coins Numix. In today's video, we're diving into the top Washington quarters from the USA. If you're passionate about rare coins or just curious about their history, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to watch until the end as we reveal some surprising details about these valuable coins. Let's get started. In the mid-1980s, the United States was on the cusp of change. The nation was experiencing a blend of economic shifts, technological advancements, and a growing sense of national pride. It was the age of vibrant pop culture, the rise of new consumer technologies, and of course, the enduring legacy of American coinage. Among the many coins minted during this period, one quarter stood out: the 1985 USA $quarter coin. But what makes this coin so special? Is it just another run-of-the-mill piece of currency? Or is there something about it that attracts the eyes of collectors and investors alike? To understand the significance of the 1985 quarter, we have to travel back in time a little bit and explore the history behind the coin. The United States quarter, in its many forms, has been a vital part of American currency for centuries. Originally introduced in 1796, the $quarter coin has undergone numerous design changes, each reflective of the nation's evolving identity and history. By 1985, the design of the quarter was relatively stable, following the introduction of the Washington quarter back in 1932. This design, which still graces the quarter today, was created to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. It was a design that carried a sense of permanence, embodying both the legacy of the man himself and the strength of the young nation. Yet, despite the apparent stability in design, there was still a strong sense of innovation within the minting process. This is where the 1985 quarter comes into focus. Though it was produced in large quantities, this particular year would be marked by some key characteristics that would set it apart from the years before and after it. But before we dive into its design, let's talk about the broader historical context. In 1985, the United States was in the midst of a series of economic changes. President Ronald Reagan's administration was working to combat inflation and reduce the budget deficit, while the stock market was beginning to recover from the sharp downturns of the early 1980s. The world of currency, though, had its own set of challenges. While the coins in circulation were primarily made of copper and nickel, the government was still exploring ways to create more durable and cost-effective coins. The 1985 quarter, however, remained consistent with the traditional composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Now, let's focus on the coin itself. The 1985 quarter, like most Washington quarters, features the image of George Washington on the obverse. Washington's portrait, designed by John Flanagan, is instantly recognizable. It shows the first U.S. president in a dignified, classical style, with his hair swept back and his profile facing left. This is a design that has stood the test of time, remaining virtually unchanged for decades. On the reverse side, you'll find a familiar design: an eagle in flight, clutching an olive branch and arrows. Above the eagle is the phrase "e pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one," symbolizing the unity of the states. But what really makes the 1985 quarter interesting isn't just its design or its place in history. It's the fact that this coin, which at first glance may seem like an ordinary piece of currency, holds a fascinating place in the world of numismatics. The reality is, not all 1985 quarters are created equal. While most of the quarters minted that year were produced for general circulation, there were some notable differences that collectors and investors began to notice. One of the key aspects that make the 1985 quarter valuable in certain instances is its condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are in near-mint condition with minimal wear and tear are especially sought after. Because most quarters in circulation go through significant use, the ones that have survived in excellent shape are relatively rare. This is where the story of the 1985 quarter starts to get interesting for those with a keen eye for detail. Another factor contributing to the appeal of the 1985 quarter is the scarcity of certain mint marks. Coins minted at different U.S. mints, like the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint, often have slightly different characteristics. While most 1985 quarters feature the standard mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint, coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints are also highly prized. The San Francisco Mint, in particular, produced a limited number of proof coins, which were specially struck for collectors. These proof coins were made using polished dies to give them a shiny, almost mirror-like finish, setting them apart from regular circulation coins. For the dedicated collector, identifying the different mint marks and the condition of the coin can make all the difference. But it's not just about the physical characteristics of the coin. There's also the element of timing. The 1985 quarter was produced during an era of heightened interest in coin collecting. The hobby was gaining traction with a new generation of enthusiasts, many of whom were discovering the joys of collecting coins from various periods of American history. The 1985 quarter, along with other coins from the 1980s, quickly found a place in many of these collections. Fast forward to today, and the 1985 quarter has found its place in the numismatic market. Its value may seem modest at first glance, but that's before you consider the specific factors that contribute to its worth. For instance, a well-preserved 1985 quarter could be worth far more than its face value, especially if it's in pristine condition or has some rare mint marks. While most of the quarters from that year may be worth just a few dollars to collectors, there are exceptions. As we reach the grand reveal of this video, let's talk about what you've been waiting for: the actual value of the 1985 quarter. Believe it or not, some 1985 quarters have been sold for astonishing amounts at auctions and private sales. One particular example, a 1985 quarter in nearly perfect condition, has been valued at a staggering $118,000. This extraordinary price tag is due to the rarity and condition of the coin, as well as the specific factors that make it so desirable to collectors. The coin was part of a collection of rare U.S. quarters that included coins with unique mint marks and historical significance. In the world of numismatics, such rare finds are worth their weight in gold, or, in this case, silver and copper. This brings us to an important point. The value of coins like the 1985 quarter is not just about their historical significance. It's about their rarity, their condition, and the market for rare collectibles. Coins can be incredibly valuable, not just because of the metal they contain, but because of the story they tell and the place they hold in the broader context of American history. For many collectors, the pursuit of rare coins is a passion. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of finding that one elusive piece that completes a collection, and the pride of owning a piece of history. The 1985 quarter is one such coin, a small, seemingly ordinary piece of currency that carries with it a world of history, design, and value. And with that, we've come to the end of our journey through the world of the 1985 USA quarter-dollar coin. From its historical context and its iconic design, to its appeal among collectors and its impressive value today, this coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of the era in which it was minted, and a reminder of the enduring fascination with coins and the stories they tell. So, the next time you find a 1985 quarter in your pocket change, take a moment to appreciate it. Who knows, you might just be holding a coin that's worth more than you ever imagined. And if you're a collector, keep an eye out for those rare, high-quality examples, because you never know when the next big discovery might be right around the corner. In 1993, the United States found itself amidst a time of great change, both politically and socially. The world was entering an era where technology began to dominate all aspects of daily life. The internet, a tool previously used by few, began its evolution into a household commodity, changing the way people communicated, worked, and even transacted with one another. Meanwhile, the U.S. government was ushering in a new political era, as Bill Clinton took office as the 42nd President of the United States, following the end of George H.W. Bush's administration. While these global and national changes were happening, the coinage circulating in American pockets, such as the 1993 USA quarter, was a symbol of the nation's continuity and its deep historical roots. The $quarter coin, which we now commonly associate with the image of George Washington, has undergone many transformations since its inception in 1796. By 1993, the quarter had become an iconic part of American currency, inextricably linked to the face of the nation's first president. The Washington quarter, designed by John Flanagan, had first been introduced in 1932 as part of a celebration marking Washington's 200th birthday. Over the decades, the design became synonymous with the U.S. Mint, carrying not only the likeness of George Washington but also the enduring legacy of the early years of the United States. The coin was familiar, it was ubiquitous, and it had remained largely unchanged. But the 1993 quarter, though often regarded as just another of many, played a significant role in the continued evolution of the nation's currency. Let's take a closer look at what made the 1993 USA quarter unique and why it continues to attract the attention of collectors and enthusiasts. By the early 1990s, the United States was moving away from the era of simple, steady coinage and preparing for what would become a massive shift in American coin design: the 50-state quarters program, which would begin in 1999. While the 50-state quarters series was still a few years away, 1993 was one of the last years when Americans saw the traditional Washington quarter in its familiar form, signaling the end of an era. First glance, the 1993 Washington quarter doesn't seem to deviate much from previous versions. On the obverse of the coin, George Washington's profile is proudly displayed in all its classic, dignified form. Flanagan design shows Washington facing left, his gaze solemn, with his hair swept back in a timeless manner that exudes both authority and wisdom. Above his portrait is the word liberty, symbolizing freedom, and just below Washington's image, we see the year 1993 etched in stone, grounding this coin in the historical context of its time. To the left of Washington's portrait is the inscription "In God We Trust," which has been part of American coins since the 19th century, a reminder of the country's roots and values. Flipping the coin over, we find the familiar eagle, a symbol of the United States' strength, nobility, and freedom. The eagle is depicted in flight, wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch in one talon and a cluster of arrows in the other. This imagery is a powerful reminder of the balance between peace and strength, echoing the national motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The eagle's majestic form has remained a key feature of the Washington quarter design since its inception, and it continues to be one of the most enduring symbols of American currency. What made the 1993 quarter special? On the surface, this coin is one of many, blending seamlessly with the millions of quarters that were produced that year. It was minted in large numbers, as usual, for general circulation. However, like any piece of currency, the 1993 quarter's value goes far beyond its face value when we examine the factors that make it stand out to collectors. For starters, it's important to understand that coins like the 1993 quarter are not always valued the same way. Most of the quarters produced in 1993 were released into circulation, and those coins, having traveled through countless pockets and cash registers, are likely to have some wear and tear. Over time, the once shiny surface becomes scratched, worn down, and sometimes discolored. And while this doesn't necessarily make the coin worthless, it certainly lowers its value. The value of a coin is directly linked to its condition, and like anything rare, pristine examples are much more highly sought after than those that show the marks of heavy circulation. With that said, certain coins from 1993, when kept in excellent condition or even in uncirculated form, have become prized collectibles. Coins that have survived in mint or near-mint condition are especially valuable because they have rarely been exposed to the wear and tear that commonly affects circulating coins. A coin from 1993 that has been well preserved, free from any scuffs or discolorations, is much rarer than the average circulated coin, and as such, it is worth more than face value. For collectors, this is where the excitement begins. Finding one of these rarer coins is like striking gold. Now, let's talk about the role of mint marks. The U.S. Mint produces coins in several locations across the country, and the mint mark on a coin can provide valuable information about its origin. For the 1993 quarter, two mint marks are relevant. The Philadelphia Mint, which historically produced the bulk of circulating coins, marked their quarters with a P. The Denver Mint, which also minted quarters for circulation, marked theirs with a D. These mint marks indicate where the coin was produced, and they can sometimes make a difference in terms of rarity. For the most part, the 1993 quarters are fairly standard, and there's no significant difference in value between those minted at the Philadelphia or Denver facilities. However, there is a specific subset of collectors who seek out certain mint marks, especially if they're part of a collection that spans many years of quarter production. In this case, 1993 quarters might be grouped with other coins from that era in a search for rare or unusual minting errors, and these errors can increase the coin's value significantly. Then, of course, there are proof coins, which are coins specifically produced for collectors. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are made using a special minting process that results in coins with a mirror-like finish and sharper details. These coins are often kept in pristine condition and sold in special packaging, making them highly desirable to serious collectors. In 1993, proof Washington quarters were minted in limited quantities, and these coins are much more valuable than those struck for general circulation. If you come across a 1993 proof quarter, particularly in flawless condition, it could be worth far more than its face value. But let's get to the part that you've likely been waiting for, the value of the 1993 quarter. While most of these coins are not worth more than a few dollars, depending on their condition, there is an interesting twist to the story. Some 1993 quarters, particularly those in near-perfect or proof condition, have fetched impressive prices in the marketplace. In fact, one notable example of a 1993 quarter, struck with a minting error, was sold for an astonishing $115,000 at a major auction. This coin, which possessed a unique flaw in its design, became the centerpiece of a bidding war, ultimately achieving a price that few could have predicted for such an ordinary-looking coin. This incredible price tag was a result of several factors coming together in a rare confluence: its exceptional condition, its error, and the collector demand for such a unique item. The 1993 quarter in question was unlike any other. It was a coin that was virtually untouched by the passage of time, retaining its beauty and detail in a way that few other coins from that year could match. For the right buyer, it represented more than just a coin. It was a piece of history, a moment in time preserved forever. So what does all of this tell us? It reminds us that the value of a coin is not simply determined by its age or its nominal worth. It's about condition, rarity, and the story it tells. Coins like the 1993 quarter, seemingly small and unimportant to the average person, can have immense value to the right collector. In the world of numismatics, where rarity and condition are everything, even a coin as common as the 1993 quarter can fetch incredible prices. If you happen to come across one of these coins in your pocket change, it might be worth taking a closer look. You never know, you could be holding a valuable piece of history in your hands. Whether you're a collector looking to complete your set or an investor searching for your next big find, the 1993 quarter serves as a reminder that sometimes the smallest treasures can hold the greatest value. In the year 2005, a coin was released that would make waves among collectors and history buffs alike. The 2005 USA $quarter West Virginia coin was not just another addition to the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It was a coin that embodied the spirit of a state that has long been at the heart of America's industrial and cultural identity. West Virginia, known for its stunning mountains, rich history, and pivotal role in the country's coal industry, was celebrated with this quarter, which not only honored its beauty but also paid homage to its deep-rooted historical significance. The story of the 2005 West Virginia quarter begins with a unique chapter in the history of U.S. coinage. The year 2005 marked the release of the fifth quarter in the 50-state quarters program, a massive project launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program was designed to celebrate the individual states and their unique qualities by releasing a series of quarters featuring designs specific to each state. The West Virginia coin was part of this national celebration, a stunning representation of the state's identity that would quickly captivate the attention of numismatists and collectors across the country. West Virginia, admitted to the Union in 1863, is known for its mountainous terrain, which earned it the nickname the Mountain State. The state is famous for its Appalachian Mountain Range, coal mining industry, and beautiful natural parks. The history of West Virginia is intertwined with both the Civil War and the Industrial Revolution, and this rich history was captured in the design of the 2005 quarter. The design of the West Virginia quarter, released in the latter half of 2005, pays tribute to the state's natural beauty and its long-standing contributions to America's economy and development. The obverse side of the quarter follows the classic design seen in many U.S. coins. George Washington's portrait is featured in the center, a timeless image that has been gracing U.S. coins since 1932, when John Flanagan design of Washington's likeness was chosen. The coin's design, created during the early years of the Republic, has remained iconic, with Washington's noble profile commanding attention at the forefront of the coin. The word Liberty appears across the top of the coin, with the year of minting, 2005, placed below Washington's portrait. In God We Trust, the familiar national motto, is inscribed along the left side, solidifying the coin's status as a symbol of American ideals. But it is the reverse side of the 2005 West Virginia quarter that holds the key to understanding the coin's significance. The reverse design was the result of a national competition, with the winning design chosen from thousands of submissions. The winning design was a powerful representation of West Virginia's beauty and history, created by artist Frank McCarthy and engraved by Charles Vickers. The quarter features a beautiful depiction of the state's famous landmarks: a forested landscape with the soaring peaks of the Appalachian Mountains in the background, a flowing river cutting through the valley below, and a miner working at the base of a coal mine. The design showcases the state's natural beauty, while also paying tribute to the hardworking men and women who have toiled in West Virginia's coal mines for generations. The river and mountain scene on the reverse side of the coin is not only visually stunning but also serves as a reminder of the historical significance of coal mining in West Virginia's economy. The coal industry, which was once the backbone of the state's economy, helped fuel the Industrial Revolution and provided a significant portion of the United States' energy needs. It was through this industry that West Virginia earned its place in American history, making the inclusion of the miner in the design an important nod to the state's industrial past. West Virginia's coal industry played a central role in the United States' development, particularly during the 19th and early 20th centuries. As the country industrialized, the need for coal grew, and West Virginia's abundant coal deposits became vital to the nation's economy. The state's coal fields were essential in fueling factories, railroads, and power plants across the country, making West Virginia an indispensable part of America's economic machine. Today, the coal industry is still a part of the state's identity, though it has declined significantly in recent years due to changing energy demands and environmental concerns. Nonetheless, the legacy of coal mining is deeply ingrained in the state's culture and history, making it a fitting tribute for the 2005 quarter. The design of the 2005 West Virginia quarter also includes the state motto, Montani Semper Liberi, which translates to "Mountaineers are always free." This phrase is a symbol of the state's independence and rugged individualism, which are core values of West Virginia's identity. The motto is a fitting reminder of the fierce spirit that has driven the state's people throughout history, from the Civil War to the coal mines, and continues to shape the state's identity today. When the U.S. Mint released the 2005 West Virginia quarter, it was met with great enthusiasm. The coin was part of a larger program that sought to celebrate the unique qualities of each state, and West Virginia's quarter did not disappoint. Collectors quickly began to take notice of the design, which captured both the beauty and history of the state in a way that was both visually striking and meaningful. The West Virginia quarter was widely distributed across the country, with millions of coins minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, each bearing a mint mark to indicate their place of origin. The mint marks on the coins, either a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver, would become important factors for collectors looking to complete their sets of state quarters. But what makes the 2005 West Virginia quarter even more appealing to collectors is its rarity and potential for future appreciation. Like many state quarters, the 2005 West Virginia quarter was released into circulation, where it was used as everyday currency. As a result, many of the coins that entered circulation were quickly worn down by use. Coins that were subjected to the wear and tear of daily transactions often lose much of their value over time. However, there are certain examples of the 2005 West Virginia quarter that remain in pristine condition, unblemished by the rigors of circulation, and these coins are highly prized by collectors. In fact, coins in mint or near-mint condition are where the real value lies. For collectors, the condition of the coin is paramount, and a coin that is free from scratches, discoloration, and other imperfections is a much rarer find. Coins that have been carefully preserved, graded by professional numismatic organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can fetch impressive prices at auctions or private sales. The 2005 West Virginia quarter is no exception, and well-preserved examples have sold for significantly more than their face value, especially those that have been graded at higher levels. Among the most prized versions of the 2005 West Virginia quarter are those that were produced with minting errors. These errors, while rare, occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in a coin that doesn't meet the usual standards. These errors can include things like double strikes, misaligned dies, or incorrect inscriptions, and they can make a coin far more valuable to collectors who are looking for something unique. In the case of the 2005 West Virginia quarter, certain error coins have sold for thousands of dollars, far surpassing the typical value of a quarter. The rarity of these errors, combined with the historical significance of the coin, makes them highly sought after in the numismatic community. But even without the minting errors, a well-preserved 2005 West Virginia quarter can still be worth more than its face value. Coins that are graded at MS65 or higher, which indicates they are in excellent condition, have been known to fetch hundreds of dollars in auctions. And as time goes on, the value of these coins is only expected to rise, as collectors continue to seek out high-quality examples of the state quarter's SO. What is the current value of the 2005 West Virginia quarter? As of now, the most valuable examples of this coin have sold for as much as $57,000. This price was achieved by a particular coin that had been meticulously preserved, graded at the highest possible level, and featured a unique characteristic that made it especially desirable to collectors. While the vast majority of 2005 West Virginia quarters are still worth their face value, those rare, high-grade examples represent a remarkable investment opportunity for numismatists. In conclusion, the 2005 West Virginia quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a piece of history. From its striking design that captures the beauty and history of the state, to its connection to the legacy of coal mining and industrialization in America, this coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just someone who appreciates American history, the 2005 West Virginia quarter is a coin worth keeping an eye on. So, next time you find yourself with a pocket full of change, take a moment to examine your quarters. You never know. Hidden among them could be a rare 2005 West Virginia quarter that could one day be worth thousands of dollars. And as always, happy collecting. In 2013, the United States was deep in the midst of commemorating its rich history and cultural heritage through the unique and iconic 50-state quarter series and beyond. But amidst the series of coins already making their mark, there was one particular coin that stood out. It was a coin that celebrated not just the past but a key moment in American history, one that connected the country's military triumphs, its emergence as a global power, and its ongoing journey of growth and unity. That coin was the 2013 USA $quarter Perry's Victory coin. Now, for many collectors, the name Perry's Victory may not immediately conjure images of battlefields or naval warfare, but for those who are well-versed in American history, this quarter holds a special place. The Perry's Victory coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series of coins that celebrates U.S. national parks, historic sites, and landmarks. This particular coin is one of the final pieces in the series, and it pays homage to one of the most important moments in the War of 1812, the Battle of Lake Erie. The year 1813 was a pivotal time in the War of 1812, a conflict between the United States and the British Empire that had far-reaching consequences for the young nation. One of the most significant events of this war was the Battle of Lake Erie, where Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry led American forces to victory against the British fleet. This victory not only secured control over Lake Erie, but also provided the United States with a much-needed morale boost, playing a crucial role in the eventual American victory in the war. This was the context in which Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial, located on the shores of Lake Erie in Ohio, was created to honor the naval battle and its aftermath. The memorial is a towering monument that commemorates the bravery of those who fought in the battle and celebrates the peace that followed. Standing at 352 feet, the memorial is an imposing structure that symbolizes both the victory and the enduring spirit of peace between the United States, Canada, and Great Britain. The 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter is a tribute to this remarkable place and its historical significance. Its design showcases the central theme of the Battle of Lake Erie and the memorial itself. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the familiar design that has graced the Washington Quarter since 1932, the profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Washington's image, designed by John Flanagan, continues to be a powerful symbol of the country's founding principles, and it remains a consistent design element across many different types of coins in U.S. history. But the real story of this coin lies in its reverse side, where the drama of Perry's Victory comes to life. Designed by artist Susan Gamble and engraved by Charles Vickers, the reverse of the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter depicts the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in all its grandeur. The memorial's impressive height and towering presence are faithfully captured in the design, with the figure of Commodore Perry depicted at the base of the memorial. He is shown in full naval attire, gazing upwards at the monument that symbolizes the victory and peace that followed. The image is both striking and symbolic, representing not just a moment in history but the spirit of cooperation that followed the war. At the top of the memorial, a banner reads Perry's Victory, clearly marking the coin's purpose and its connection to the war's aftermath. Surrounding the scene are the words Ohio and E Pluribus Unum, the national motto that has been an enduring part of the nation's coinage since the founding days of the United States. This coin was released in 2013 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which aimed to celebrate and honor some of the most iconic national parks, monuments, and historic sites across the country. The program, which began in 2010, featured a different coin each year, with each one paying tribute to a different location. Perry's Victory was just one of the final releases in this series, which concluded in 2021, making it a piece of a larger collection that holds great meaning for both collectors and history enthusiasts alike. In terms of minting, the Perry's Victory Quarter was produced at multiple U.S. mint locations, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Each coin produced at these facilities bore a different mint mark, a small but important detail for collectors. Coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint carry a P mint mark, while those from Denver bear the D mint mark, and those from San Francisco, which were struck as proof coins, are marked with an S. Mint marks matter to collectors because they can help determine the rarity and the demand for certain coins. The 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter was minted in high quantities, with over 200 million coins struck across the various mints. As a result, most of these coins are not considered particularly rare, especially those in average circulated condition. However, the coin's popularity with collectors is driven by its historical significance and the beauty of its design. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins like the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter because they capture a moment in time. They represent something greater than just a piece of currency. They are tangible representations of history. In the case of the Perry's Victory Quarter, collectors are drawn to the connection to the Battle of Lake Erie, a key moment in the War of 1812 that solidified the United States' position as a rising naval power. And more than that, the coin commemorates the lasting peace that followed the war, a peace that has allowed the US, Canada, and Great Britain to remain steadfast allies for centuries. The appeal of this quarter is also driven by the fact that it was part of the final releases in the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Collectors who have been following this series from the beginning understand that these coins will always hold a special place in numismatic history, particularly the ones that feature iconic or lesser-known historical landmarks like the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial (SO). What about the value of the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter? Like many commemorative coins, the value of this quarter can vary depending on factors such as minting location, condition, and whether it was struck as a proof coin or a standard circulation coin. In general, most of the Perry's Victory Quarters found in circulation are worth their face value, 25 cents. However, as is often the case with numismatics, some of these coins have been sold at auction or through private sales for far higher prices, particularly if they are in pristine or near-mint condition. For example, certain 2013 Perry's Victory Quarters with rare minting errors or those that were professionally graded by organizations such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, have sold for much more than their face value. Coins with flawless surfaces, unique characteristics, or low mintage numbers can command higher prices among collectors. In fact, one of the most impressive sales involving the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter saw a coin in near-perfect condition fetch a remarkable $49,000 at an auction. This particular quarter, graded as MS-70, the highest possible grade for a coin in terms of condition, was purchased by an eager collector who recognized its immense value due to its pristine state and the significance of the Perry's Victory Memorial. Such sales demonstrate the incredible potential for value when it comes to rare and well-preserved coins. While most 2013 Perry's Victory Quarters will not reach such astronomical prices, the rarity and condition of a given coin can drive its price up exponentially. For those lucky enough to own a high-grade example, the value of this coin can far exceed what one might expect from an ordinary quarter. As with any collectible, the value of the Perry's Victory Quarter lies in its rarity, condition, and the historical significance it represents. It's a reminder of the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought during the War of 1812, and it serves as a lasting tribute to the ideals of peace, cooperation, and unity that have defined the relationship between the United States, Great Britain, and Canada. For collectors, the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter is a coin that not only celebrates an important moment in American history, but also offers the opportunity for future financial gain. As the years go by and the coins continue to age, it's likely that the value of well-preserved examples will continue to rise, making this coin a wise addition to any numismatic collection. If you happen to come across a 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter in your spare change, it might just be worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You could have a rare gem on your hands, a piece of history that may one day be worth thousands of dollars. And as with all things numismatic, the story behind the coin is just as valuable as the coin itself.